Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning. Hope you're all well. Hope you had a nice weekend. So we have been exploring in this new unit evolution through the kind of the lens of microbial or bacterial evolution and their response to antibiotics. So just to review, antibiotics are organisms in most cases that can kill um, that are poison to bacteria. So they're antibiotic. They will kill biotics, in this case, bacteria. And we explored the contribution of Dr. Fleming in the development of antibiotics, namely penicillin. And so we're going to continue that. And then you also explored what happens when bacteria evolve to become resistant to antibiotics. So today we're going to talk about something called MRSA. And I'm just going to guide you through the document that I've posted on our Google Classroom. And please ask questions if you need to by email or through comments on the Google Classroom. Otherwise, the presentation should kind of take you through what you need to do to explore and investigate and learn more about what MRSA is. So we're going to talk about someone named Addie, or we're going to explore MRSAs through her case. And if you click on the link here, you should be able to open the presentation about Addie, and we'll just go over the presentation very quickly. Okay. So this video, the initial video, shows you or gives you information about the case study about Addie and why is it that she ended up in hospital and what happened with her treatment of her disease with antibiotics. Okay, so some of the questions you can ask yourself while you're watching the video is, what have you observed about bacteria and antibiotic resistance? And that refers to what we learned earlier about the plate, the megaplate, and how different concentrations of antibiotics kind of prompt the bacteria to develop or mutate in a way that they can survive, so they become more resistant to antibiotics, to the thing that kills them. All right, so an introduction on who Addie is, and then an explanation of her illness. So her initial illness is not MRSA. MRSA is something she acquires once she goes into the hospital. All right, so once you finish this, we're going to discuss what this is, but I want you to investigate and explore before we do that. Okay, so, and then what happened to her in the hospital, it's really harrowing. What happened to her later, and then this last slide corresponds with the last question in the document. Okay, and the last question is something that you can learn about what's happening in the world today. Okay, how did bacteria become resistant? Actually, this should be, how do bacteria become resistant? Because many bacteria become resistant to antibiotics. And in today's, in what's going on today, we're dealing with a virus, and the virus is, people are looking for vaccines. And for a long time in the medical community, medical experts were worried about something like what we have now, coronavirus, upper respiratory infection that could kind of go out of hand because it's so easy to contract and so easy to transmit. Another worry that medical experts have is some form of antibiotic resistant bacteria that can infect humans and then just go crazy, because basically, well, I'll leave it up to you to think about how that can be so dangerous, probably even more dangerous than what we're dealing with now, right? Not to bum you out, but this is something that you have to deal with, and you will have to deal with as you get older. So might as well get started now. Be informed, right? All right. So again, if you have any questions, so your task is to complete this document with the answers and submit it in Google Classroom. All right. And just a note on what's going on with grading. Hopefully, as you turn in stuff, you're seeing that your grade is improving. Okay. So if you're at an A, uh, if you've earned an A in the class, honestly, you cannot go down. You cannot not earn an A. And a lot of you that have earned A's are still turning in work, and really that makes me proud to be your teacher, because it shows me that you're valuing learning over just earning. And those who don't have an A, you have an opportunity to do that and then elect to receive a grade for this class instead of just credit, no credit. So I encourage you to take to learn and to do these assignments that we're posting up. It makes you more informed. It gets you ready for your next class. It gets you ready for college. And honestly, a lot of these assignments are really not that heavy in terms of being stressful, like, and the deadlines are very, very liberal. Okay, and in many cases, or actually all cases, your late work is accepted with no penalties. All right, so it's important to me that you continue learning and ask questions whenever you need to. And so please let me know, contact me if you need anything, or if you want to talk, or you just want to say hello, or check out our dragons. All right, hope you have a good day, and until next time.